I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members for your continued support. Thank you, and consider joining today for added perks and exclusive content. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Shogun Warriors GREAT MAZINGA, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1978, this guy retailed for approximately $10 to $11. And I absolutely have a love history with the Chogokin series, with Mazinger Z, Great Mazinger, and Grandizer. Absolutely, I grew up watching those cartoons. Absolutely love these guys. And yeah, I have an absolute love with this guy here. So it was renamed Mazinga here in the U.S., or Mazinga, because in the show, again, it's Mazinger, but they would pronounce it Mazinga. So they just renamed it Mazinga when they brought him over. Yeah, this is the third version. There was 3 versions of this figure that were released here in the U.S. This is the third version that came out in '78. The first 2 versions had a more more show-accurate V chest here. I've got my solo Chogokin figure here, so you can kind of see what that looks like. So you see how the V on the chest is a little more separate, and it actually protrudes up and above the shoulders there. The first 2 versions of this figure had a chest like that. With the third release, they kind of made them, I guess they were looking for cheaper ways of producing them, so they just kind of went to the molded chest with a sticker on it instead. Another difference is that the first 2 versions, the Brain Condor ship right here, this could be removed. On this version, this is a plug-in right there, so this is not meant to be removed. And there's the difference in the missile clip holders here. We'll look at those in a moment. So you notice how I've got 3 on each leg. The first version had and I think the second version, the first and second versions had 5 clips per leg, and then so they had a total of like 14 missiles. This one only came with a 10. So just a couple of things to make it a little cheaper to produce, I guess. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at here. This is the third version of the release here in the U.S. I had one of these guys when I was a kid. I believe it was the second version that was the one that I had as a kid, and it was completely beat up. It was missing the arms and everything. It was found in a dumpster at my school when I was in the 3rd grade. This kid walking into school one day, he, for whatever reason, I don't know if he went to throw something out or what, but he found one of these guys in the trash, and he grabbed it. You know, I mean, as any of us would have. And that day, that kid was like the superstar of the day in school. That kid with his gigantic Mazinger figure that he had. This is back again in the 3rd grade. These cartoons were actually airing back home. So this is before Transformers and before G.I. Joe and Mask and all of that. This is what we were running home to watch after school, was these guys right here. So yeah, this was a very popular cartoon for us back home. So yeah, that kid just had that robot that he found in the trash that day. How lucky could he be? All day long, everybody just wanted to look at it and play with it and whatnot. And I remember at the end of the day, before we all took off walking home, I was talking with him, and he was holding it like this, and he just goes like this and just hands it to me and just gave it to me. So yeah, so that's how I came to have one when I was a kid. Now, this is not the one that I had as a kid. This is one that I recently found at a local toy show. And this was underneath the table in a bin, in the beaters or for parts figures. And so I picked it up, and you know, he was missing some parts and stickers and whatnot. I decided I'm going to adopt him and restore him, and here he is now fully restored. I got him a new Condor ship. I got him the replacement missiles. I got him new stickers, and you know, I did some repairs here and there on him, and I'm just absolutely delighted with the way he came out. So these guys are, as you can see, these were meant to be very not rudimentary, but just simple, fun toys for little kids to play with. They are 2 feet tall, so they are gigantic, but they are hollow plastic. So they're very light and very easy for kids to handle. And you know, you would just run around with them, and you know, you could take the fists off, and like we would throw these at each other when we were kids and whatnot. So yeah, they're just meant to be fun, played with toys. Not a whole lot in the articulation department, really. All you can do is turn the head right here side to side, and you cannot turn it. I mean, you could turn it all the way 360 degrees, but you don't want to do that because his mouthpiece would get caught here on the missile clip. So really, side to side is really all you're going to do. And then the arms can go forward and backwards and rotate all the way around. That was a thing with the version 1s and the version 2s. With the proper chest, the arms could only go up about that far, they wouldn't be able to go all the way around. And one of the things that he did on the show was spin his arms around as fast as he could before shooting off his rocket punch. So I guess this allowed kids to play with the rocket punch feature and whatnot. But taking a closer look at him so you can see all of the details there. Not exactly show accurate. They did make some changes, but he does have the silver head with the blue details and the yellow eyes and the yellow horns. He's got the black torso and a gold sticker with the name Great Mazinger here in Japanese, where usually this would have been silver on the show. The shoulders would have been black with silver here, or white if you're going by the cartoon. These are just light blue, same as the thighs right here. These would have also been silver or white on the cartoon. You got the, before we get into this, and then, you know, going all the way down to the bottom, where we got the blue fists there. And you got some, or sorry, the blue legs with the missile clips right there. We got some stickers here, sticker details on the knees and on the pelvis right there. Now you'll notice that on the bottom, these guys have wheels. So again, this was very cool for kids to just kind of roll these guys around, and you know, when they were playing with them. It's just such a unique, fun thing to just have these giant super robots basically on roller skates, so that you can roll them around and just kind of play with them. Very, very cool. Now, he does come with another pair of accessories. I've shown you the missiles. For versions 1 and 2, he would have also had, you know, the Condor ship, but he's also got these swords that store right here on his thigh. So these guys just pull right out, and then these could just pop right into his fist right there, and then he's got one of his swords. If he had another fist on the other arm, he could do that as well. So one of the things that, and this feature didn't really get imported, but with the original line, what you can do is, these arms are meant to be removed. So you can just pop these off, and they just have little divots that are molded into the insides of the fist right here, and you can just pop them on and off. So one of the play features that these had in Japan was that you could take these off, and they sold other kits of accessories and weapons that you can just put on and off, and you can interchange them with some of the other robots, the other jumbo Machinders, and just have like firing missiles or actual firing mechanisms where you could actually shoot the fists out, so you can have a proper rocket punch, that kind of a thing. They had the Jet Scrander and the Scramble Dash for Mazinger C and for Great Mazinger, that you could actually clip to his back so that they would have his wings, that kind of stuff. So yeah, these you could just get them for a couple of bucks, and then you could get some of the other accessory kits and just kind of interchange them, which is really, really cool. But the ones we got here, usually they would come with a right fist that has a little hole for the sword, and then over here they replaced the fist in lieu of a launching arm. And these arms, and of course you can rotate. I guess you could count this as articulation, that you can rotate the arms. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there as well. But you can see we've got a launcher arm here with 3 slots and 3 buttons. So the way these work is you would take your missiles and you would just load them right in here. We'll go ahead and load all 3 of these guys up. And as you can see, he's got plenty of missile storage all over his body, so you're not going to run out of missiles anytime soon. And then, of course, let's see if I can shoot these right over the camera. You can press these one at a time and just shoot them off. And one of the things that I find absolutely amazing is that this thing, being over 40 years old, still shoots these across the room. Like, these just actually hit the wall way over there. The firing range on this guy is still amazing. So yeah, not something that I've really done before, is getting reviewing the jumbo Machinders, or anything Mazinger really, which I do have quite the collection of Mazinger figures. But like I said, I just recently picked up this guy at a show, and he was a complete beater, and I cleaned him up and I restored him, and I'm just so proud of the way he turned out that I just absolutely had to do a video on it and just kind of show him off, and just talk about my love with Mazinger Z and Great Mazinger growing up, because I absolutely love these guys. So yeah, very cool. Hopefully I am looking at getting a version 2 soon, so I'll be restoring that one, and I'll do a video on that one as well. And if I get into any of the other Shogun Warriors or jumbo Machinders, and this video does well, I'll probably do some more videos on those. Go down in the comments and let me know. But I think that about does it for the 1978 Mattel Shogun Warriors GREAT MAZINGA. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there, and I also now offer channel memberships. If you want to do either one of those, I would greatly appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.